सो गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीबॉडी, माई सेल्फ आचार्य विश्वेंद्र। आज माइंड और ब्रेन के बारे में आपसे बात करूंगा। तो मान लीजिए कि ये कोई ह्यूमन बीइंग है एंड दिस इज़ द ब्रेन ऑफ दिस इज़ द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड, कनेक्ट करती है पूरे सिस्टम को। तो यहाँ से फिजियोलॉजिकल और साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल पे चीज़ें अलग हैं। फिजियोलॉजिकल लेवल मतलब एट द लेवल ऑफ द ब्रेन, न्यूरॉन्स, नर्व सेल्स, सिनेप्टिक इश्यूज, वो जो उसमें टिश्यूज़ वगैरह हैं वो कैसे कनेक्ट होते हैं, मीनिंग दैट समथिंग विच यू कैन प्रूव बाय द फिजिकल एग्जिस्टेंस, which can be proved by the five senses, which can be seen, which can be smelled, which can be touched, which can be felt. That is all the physiological level things. And psychological means which can be felt by a sense which is beyond the five senses. So you can interrelate it by the concept of the mind. Suppose there is a person, so we can physically show that she has a brain and spinal cord and neurons and all the things. It can be tested physically. But in this body, where is the mind? This cannot be proved or disproved by any experiment. Because experiments involve instruments, and those instruments have limitations. Every instrument has a certain least count, and it's not possible to measure things beyond the limit of resolution or beyond the least count of that instrument, or there will be errors in that. For example, we can observe electromagnetic waves which have a wavelength of roughly 4000 to 7000 angstroms, which is called the light. As per the human brain is concerned, so it has a capacity to decode electromagnetic waves which have a wavelength of 4000 to 7000 angstroms. But some animals like snakes or like the bats or like the owl, they have certainly enhanced visual capacities, so they can decode the electromagnetic waves beyond the visible spectrum also. Snakes can see infrared waves also. Owls can see in the dark also. So this is the property given by the nature to them. So there exist things beyond the physical dimension, and we must understand that the physical dimension testing or the analytical brain testing is limited due to the limit of resolution or the least count of the brain. But we all know that in a human body, or in fact in any living cell, there exists something metaphysical which is beyond the physicality. You may call that as mind or soul, that is quite debatable, but certainly we know that there is something inside us which is beyond any physical law, which cannot be proved physically. So that is the mind. And it is to be noted that the physical and the metaphysical, the brain and the mind, often work as a system, and the output of a particular person or the performance of a person is because of the efficiency of that mind brain system. So यहाँ से मेरा कहने का पर्पज़ है कि माइंड और ब्रेन दे टुगेदर एक्ट एज ए सिस्टम। तो ये मान लीजिए कोई पर्सन है, तो इसके अंदर ये जो हैं, ये जो स्टार आपको दिखाई दें, दीज आर द न्यूरॉन्स, न्यूरल फायरिंग इज ओवर देयर। तो जब हमें थॉट्स आते हैं, तो थॉट्स का मतलब ये है कि न्यूरॉन्स की फायरिंग बढ़ जाती है, बिकॉज द थॉट इज नथिंग बट एक्सेसिंग इंफॉर्मेशन। हमारे माइंड ब्रेन सिस्टम में कुछ हमें इम्पल्स मिलता है, और उस इम्पल्स की वजह से हमारे अंदर इन्फॉर्मेशन तेज़ी से ट्रांसफ़र होने लगती है, न्यूरल फायरिंग बढ़ जाती है, जैसा कि आप इसमें यहाँ डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं इस तरीके से। तो आप कुछ भी सोच रहे हैं, कुछ भी विचार कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब है न्यूरॉन्स की फायरिंग जो है वो बढ़ गई है बॉडी में। अब यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट आता है कि न्यूरॉन की फायरिंग की वजह से विचार आते हैं या विचारों की वजह से न्यूरॉन्स फायर होते हैं। मतलब ये है कि साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल से फिजियोलॉजिकल होता है या फिजियोलॉजिकल लेवल से साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल होता है। तो ये कॉमन सेंस की बात है कि फिजिकल चीज़ों को तो हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, बट जो मेटाफिजिकल चीज़ें हैं उनको कंट्रोल नहीं किया जा सकता। तो जिसको आप कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते वही चीज़ डोमिनेट करती है। तो इसके लिए आप लाइव एक्सपेरिमेंट्स कर सकते हैं। अपने आप से आप पूछें कि ये जो विचार आपके अंदर आ रहे हैं तो ब्रेन ने इंड्यूस किए या माइंड ने इंड्यूस किए। और इस पे कई थ्योरीज हैं, थिंकिंग की थ्योरी। तो उसमें बड़ा एक डिफरेंस रहा है साइंटिस्ट्स के बीच में। कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि माइंड से ब्रेन में थॉट आते हैं, कुछ लोग कहते हैं ब्रेन में कुछ एक्टिविटी होता है उससे थॉट आते हैं, बट इट इज़ स्टिल डिबेटेबल। ये ऐसा ही है कि कॉन्शियसनेस की एग्जिस्टेंस को प्रूव करना, दैट कॉन्शियसनेस एग्जिस्ट, you cannot prove that by any experiment. The most significant and precise thing that you can do is that neurons present in the brain of a person orient themselves in a certain way, and when a person is sleeping, that orientation, that desired profile gets lost. So person is conscious, that means neurons are able to arrange them in a certain way to give certain meaningful patterns or certain desired outputs, basically entitled for survival of that particular person. And when he sleeps, so that neural coordination capacity gets broken down. So this is the most precise analysis we can make by the judgment of the neural pattern inside a particular person. And when the person is unconscious or dead, that neural pattern gets blocked. So obviously when a person is dead, brain is over there, every physical thing is over there, but the metaphysical thing, mind or soul or whatever you say, which was training them, which was coordinating them, which was making them to work in a certain way, gets lost. So I think you must have realized what I'm saying about. So this is how mind and the brain act as a system. So I think this much depth is enough. From our discussion till now, we are clear that brain and the mind are two different things which affect what is not yet fully known. But the fact is that there is involvement of both in the life of a person, in every task executed by a person. Both are important. You cannot neglect anything. So right now we can say that mind and brain both act as a system. So let's discuss things further. So from a discussion, we can say that at the very fundamental level, there is you can say that the brain, which can be very proved by the physicality, the physical dimension, and then there exists the mind, which is metaphysical, which is beyond every physical instrument, beyond the reach of that, and they together act as a system, which we can say that the mind-brain system. And whatever we achieve in life, whatever output we are able to generate, whatever productive we are, it's all because of the efficiency of that mind-brain system. And to improve that efficiency, we need to work on the mind itself, because mind is which dominate and pervades a human being. However hard you try, but when it is the time of domination, then mind pervades, and there is something inside you which dominates you. Maybe the past habit, or maybe what you are. So what you are really is because of the combination of the mind-brain system. And the main issue is related to the mind. that I will discuss in the next video, that how you can train your mind. Thank you.